Oh, we got the Wendigo one too, right? So do 2 of those real quickly. And I'll give us 6 beautiful stories.
Six beautiful stories of macabre.
Of the macabre.
Macabre.
Twisted and demented.
It's like the Irish corn.
Irish corn.
The macabre. Ba-ding!
That's hilarious.
I'm sorry. I'm weird.
That's all right. You're not weird. You're quite normal. Oh, I think you are. But that's coming from me. So
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, so we'll
Okay,
do. You want to do yours? And then we'll do mine.
We have to tag team this. It's big.
Right.
We can't.
Sorry. No, you're right. Did you email me?
I dinged you in the dinger.
Oh, it's in the dinger?
Oh, wait. Why didn't it send you the dinger?
I got it in the dinger.
Fuck. No, it didn't. It's not. Hang on. It gives you the link, but it doesn't allow you in. Well, how do I do that? How do I send it to you then? I can't.
You can't send me the link? No?
I sent you the link, but it doesn't open.
Can I not go into that link and then
Try
search?
it out.
Swampy
Try
Cree,
it out.
Right? Like I should be able to...
Is there a number on this? FolkTales of the Swampy Cree of northern Manitoba. That's Farron's ancestors.
That's cool.
He's from the Swampy Cree Nation.
It says accept and download?
No, I don't have to download nothing. Fuck.
I don't know, man.
Well, I can pass you my iPad. How's that?
You could do it that way, sure.
Sure.
All right.
Easy enough.
Excellent.
Easy enough.
See, next time I know I'll just email this stuff and then that way it's easier. So.
Oh, we're still talking. Oh my God.
No,
I started
again.
Okay.
So
we're back again.
We're back live from Transcona. It's Giving Up the Ghost.
With your guest, Willow.
Willow and Twerp.
Yeah.
Who've been sprung from the kitty jail. Mm-hmm. And this is Jazz.
And Sher.
Thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We're on a home run. This is like
5. Yeah, 5.
We're on our number 5.
I think we're 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do.
Is that Sesame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Is that the one with the one with
Ping
the
ball.
little ladybugs too?
Oh shit. That's why she was quiet. She's eating your spring rolls there.
Is she? You bitch! You fucker!
Sorry I had to rat you out there, friend.
Oh well.
That's funny.
I will be eating that one.
Give that to your husband.
Little bitch.
Sneaky.
That's why she's so cool.
She's like, you guys just take care of what you got to do over there. I'll just be in the kitchen watching the food.
Noshing the friggin' egg roll. Bad girl. Bad girl.
She knows.
She knows. I know she knows.
Lives with pets.
Yay.
All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about...
FolkTales of the Swampy Cree of northern Manitoba.
Excellent.
I found this. It was a journal from the American folklore of October to December of 1920 and 3.
That's sweet.
That's
old.
That's
the sweet pot right there.
There you go.
That's 100 years old.
Oh, God.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Holy crap, that's a long time ago.
Holy crap.
It says, these folktales of the Swampy Cree of northern Manitoba, the following tales were collected from pupils in the Indian boarding school, Norway House, Manitoba.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Norway House. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's good. I like it. I shall do the first one, I guess.
Okay.
This is the story of the boy and his sister. That's what it says. This is long. Long ago, there was a little boy who had a sister. These 2 people lived alone in a little hut where their father and mother had died. One day, when this little boy went out, his sister said to him, "Don't shoot at a squirrel when it's near the water." The little boy went out with his bow and arrow, and while he was walking along, he heard a squirrel chattering away. The little boy shot the squirrel, but did not kill him. He heard a splash in the water, and there he saw his arrow. He at once took off his clothes and jumped in the water. As he was nearing the arrow, he said, big fish, swallow me." All at once, a great big fish swallowed him. The little boy said to the fish, "Don't bite me, just swallow me." Now, the little girl did not know where her brother was. She was very lonesome. One day, she thought she would go and fish. She threw the hook into the water. The little boy saw the hook and said to the fish, "Go after that thing." The fish rushed out at the hook and was caught. As the woman was cutting it open, she heard a voice inside say, "Don't cut me, sister." The girl was so glad that she had found her brother that she fell on his neck and kissed him.
Oh.
The boy went home to have his meal. After he had his meal, he went out into the bush, and the sun burned his moose skin coat. Now this little boy was very angry, and he went to his sister and asked for some hair. He set a snare for the sun. In the morning, the sun did not rise. The sister said, "I guess you have done something wrong." The little boy said, "I only set a snare in the bush yesterday. I will go and see it." The boy went out and saw the sun in his snare. He tried to take him off, but it was too hot. Then he tried using insects to bite the hair, but he could not do it. He even put mice in the hair, but it was no use. At last he put a mole in it, and the mole bit the hair. The sun rose high in the sky. From that time, the mole has never been able to see the sun because it burned his eyes. Oh,
that's cool.
That is. Another time he said to his sister, "What is that noise?" She said, "Don't go there. That is a bear that killed our father and mother." Oh, the little boy, when he heard this, wondered, about the death of his father and mother. He thought so much about it that he went into the bush to see the bear. He came to a place where there were lots of rocks. He saw the bear sitting up near his hole. The bear said, "If you cannot break that tree with your arrow, you will not be able to kill me." The boy shot the tree and it smashed to pieces. The bear again said, "If you are not able to break that stone, you will not be able to kill me." The boy shot the rock and smashed to pieces. The bear was so afraid that he jumped into his hole. Just as he was going in, the boy shot the bear and killed him. He pulled some hair off the bear and wrapped them in a little birch bark and hung them in the lodge. He told his sister not to look at it. The next day the boy and girl heard shouts in the bush. They ran where they heard the noise, but they did not see anyone. Again they heard the shouts, and they ran into the bush to look for the one that shouted, but saw no one. Again they heard someone shout and ran to the woods, but the same thing happened. The boy went out to his sister and said, "You look at those things too much." And he cried. That's it.
That's a weird folktale. I like the mole thing, though.
The mole thing was good, though.
Yeah, the part where can't see the sun makes sense.
Because it burned his eyeballs out.
That's right. All right. So
4 bros.
The dancing birds. Is that the one?
4 brothers there, I think it says, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so the next folktale is called the Four Brothers. A long time ago, there lived an old man who had 4 sons. The father and mother were very old and soon died. One of the sons was a very small boy. The others were big men. The small boy used to keep the wigwam while the other 3 went out hunting. One day he sat inside the wigwam and felt lonely. So he got up and walked away into the bush. When he was about to come home, he heard people laughing and talking in the wigwam, and he was frightened. He stayed where he was until he heard them going off again. When he came in, he saw the wood cut and the meat cooked and everything just neat and tidy. In the afternoon, the 3 men came back home and saw things put away nicely. One of them asked the little boy if he had done this, and he had said yes. Mm-hmm. He never said a word to his brothers as to what had happened. Night came and they went to sleep. The boy stayed awake all night. Then he heard footsteps and laughing and talking. He knew that the same woman who had been there were coming in again. He did not wake his brothers, and he had heard the woman outside in their wigwam. The brothers woke up and heard them. The woman went back into the bush, and in the morning the brothers were all going out hunting again. They changed their brother into a little feather and hung him under the cover in their wigwam.
They changed him into a feather?
You know, it's a folktale.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And the woman came again, and she was chopping wood, and one was cooking meat, and one went out and gathered branches for the wigwam. The boy saw all of this that was happening, and he heard them say that they were going to kill his brothers, and he felt very sad. The woman was cutting wood and was very clever. She knew anything without looking at it. She said, "I believe someone's looking at us." And she saw the feather and said to the others, "Let us take the feather down and throw it in the fire." So they took it down and threw it into the fire. The feather went up to the cover of the wigwam and did not fall into the fire. The women went home. The brothers came in and asked their small brother what he had seen. He told them the whole story, and then they were going to bed, and they dug a hole near the fire. It was like a grave, and they hid the boy there. The boy cried and cried, and he knew he would never see his brothers again. About midnight, the woman came. The men went out and had a long fight, but were all killed, and the boy in the hole died.
Ooh. Oh, what kind of tale is that?
Bit of a bummer.
Jesus. What's the moral of the story to that one?
I don't know. They never explained who the women
about doing work,
and they never explained who the women were. That's what I wanted to know.
Well, yeah,
I thought it was maybe the ghosts of the parents or something at first.
Holy crap!
Again, these are Swampy Cree folktales.
Yeah,
so, very cool.
Told by students, right?
Yeah.
The dancing birds. One day long ago, Whiskey Jack was walking in the woods when he saw a flock of geese and one loon. He got a bag and filled it with moss. Then he threw it over his shoulder. When the geese saw him, they called out to him, "Whiskey Jack, what are you carrying?" Whiskey Jack replied, "These are my songs." The geese then said, "Come on and play for us." He answered, "I never play them for nothing. I only play them when someone dances." "Well, we will dance," said the geese. Whiskey Jack started to play while the geese danced around him. Then he said, "Dance with your eyes shut." The geese did what they were told, but the loon did not. The loon had one of his eyes open. Suddenly he cried, "Whiskey Jack is killing us! Whiskey Jack has got a stick," and was striking the geese on the head. Whiskey Jack was very angry with the loon, so he gave him a kick on the back. And from that time, the loon has got a flat back.
Oh, okay. I believe it.
What a Whiskey Jack kicking the shit out of the poor animals.
Jeez.
There's the robin.
Fight to the death.
Yeah.
The robin. Okay. All right, so the robin. Once upon a time, there was only one fire in the world, and it was kept burning by an old man, and he lived in a big forest. Now there was a bear in the forest who hated the fire very much, and he watched his chance to get at it. He wouldn't dare go near it when the old hunter was there. He feared his arrows were too much for that. All the birds liked the fire because it kept them warm, and then one day the old man fell ill and couldn't keep the fire going. When the bear saw that the fire was getting low, he was glad and trampled it down until he thought it was all out. Now there was a little bird in the trees, and he saw that was going on and was sorry to see the fire destroyed. He flew down to it and saw that there was a spark left in the fireplace. He beat his wings so hard that at last the fire burned up all at once more. So he did not notice that his feathers were being burned. He flew away, and wherever he rested, a fire burned up. So there came to be lots of fires, and that's why Robin has a red breast. That's cool.
He started the fire.
I believe it. We didn't start the fire.
A little robin did. That was it. That was all.
That was it.
Yep.
Well, those are cute.
They are cute, except for the whole death.
Yeah. Actually, Google, you want to hear a really cool story, like around urban tales, like First Nations people? Google up, what is it called? It is called, there's Beresford Lake, and then there is up that way, where all the mines are, the gold mines.
Oh.
Beresford Lake, I'm drawing a blank. It's about an hour north of that. I'm going to see if I can find a map. So north of Beresford, there is, it starts with a B. What is it called? Stan Webb. It's cool of not Wallace Lake.
Beresford.
Beset. All right.
Oh, Beset.
So
Okay.
see if you can Google the legend of gold mining in Beset. Rick's aunt and uncle, they have a cabin that they live 4 seasons in Beresford, and it's really cool because offshore from their cottage there's an island, and there was an island that the miners used to go to party, and there was like a brothel on there, like a little whorehouse kind of thing happening in the middle of the lake, and people would boat to get over there. It was Beresford Lake. Well, they say it's a brothel, like nobody can confirm, but like the miners would go there to this brothel on the island, and that's where they would go to party. And apparently there's 4 graves marked on there too, on this little island.
On the little island. I'm just trying to see. There was some sort of murder here, but
but the legend I want to look for is for Beset because of the gold mines, right?
Yeah.
So there's a really cool and I'd hate to reiterate it from memory because it's such a cool legend of why there's gold in that area.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it is by like First Nations people.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Let's see, legend
Legend of Gold.
of Beset Gold, and it has to do with fighting for the affections of like a native princess
Oh, of course.
or something.
Yes.
And there was a suitor, and then there was a fight, and I guess what happened was, oh, here we go. I found it. It's through the province of Manitoba, actually.
Yeah, Manitoba.ca.
Yeah.
Yeah, geological introduction. That's the whole thing. Where's the story? Come on.
Yeah. So they talk
pictures.
about they talk about the Beset area and Wanapego, Wallace Lake, and Beresford Lake, and it says the eternal quest for precious metals was the motive behind exploration of half the world, and Beset was no exception. The modern visitor to Beset region follows in the footsteps of Manitoba's first gold rush, blah, blah, blah.
Manitoba Gold Rush. That just sounds
Isn't
wrong.
that funny? Yeah. I see these old miners panning and stuff, right?
That's cool.
That'd be funny. I mean, in my mind, I see it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find what the legend.
I started reading it, and then it was like, it was in the little blurb
Yeah.
in the beginning before I clicked on the page. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was there. It was like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you know that story.
Yes. So how it's said was from my recollection, because the two suitors were trying to capture the heart of the local princess, like the, First Nations princess, right?
Yeah.
And I guess there was a fight, and the winning suitor crushed the head of
Oh!
the other person that was trying to, gain her attention. And he took a rock and he crushed his head with the rock, but instead of blood, it spilled out gold.
Really?
Yeah. And then that's why there's
Oh,
gold
here we go.
veins.
I found part of it.
Okay.
It's right at the very beginning.
Is it? Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, it's after introduction.
Okay.
Like when you look at this page right here,
Oh, okay.
introduction, it's
Yeah.
right here. A popular
okay. Totally
Indian
missed that.
legend.
Does it go into detail?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, courtship.
Okay. Well,
Struck him down.
was I kind of right?
Kind of right.
Kinda
Little
right.
bit. Mostly.
My memory's still all right.
Your memory's still pretty good.
All right.
Has to do with the yellow.
Right. It was the yellow hair because
There you go. Yeah.
he had yellow hair, and that was the difference.
That's right. Unusual fair-skinned blonde youth from the north.
Probably was an alien.
There you go.
It was a cryptid.
Alien guts that we're mining for.
That's right.
No. Read it. Go for it.
Well, if I can find it, legend was
Oh, you
standing.
didn't find it here. Read mine.
Oh no, I got it. Popular. Okay,
Yeah.
popular Indian legend, but now we say First Nations.
Uh-huh.
In the Beset area, tells of an unusual fair-skinned blonde youth from the north, who long ago visited the Cree in the east side of the Lake Winnipeg. His visit brought good hunting, and the Cree, believing him to be the messenger of the Manitou, adopted him and named him Pegawi Manitou. Now there lived in this village a most beautiful maiden called Itomami, Etomami.
That's what I would have said, yeah.
While she had many suitors, including amongst them Manitogan, she loved only the fair-haired Pegawi Manitou. After the appropriate courtship, the two lovers were married. Oh, so they were already married.
They were married.
That
Ooh.
dirty dog.
Yeah.
Pegawi Manitou and Itomani traveled in the interior to gather wild rice. Manitogan, the spurned and jealous suitor, followed the couple. He ambushed Pegawi Manitou at Rice Lake, where he struck him down. The spot where the blonde head fell was marked forever after this with threads of yellow running through the rock. And that's how we get gold in the Beset area. Mm-hmm. So that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, I like that legend.
Yeah.
It's sad. Kind of reminds me of the White Horse thing, right?
Oh, yeah, of
Totally.
course, yeah.
Totally. And yeah, so that was
That was Tales.
Tales.
Tales
from
of Northern Manitoba.
The next episode we're going to go back to the Wendigo topic because we've got like a new old story about Wendigos.
A new old story.
New. So it's new to us. Mm-hmm. Actually, maybe we should just put it down in here because it's just short.
Sure, okay.
So
Give her
Apple River. All right. And I'll just trade this one off to you. So going back to this book, The Big Book of Canadian Ghost Stories, all their stories, unfortunately, from the Winnipeg, Manitoba area are old. And not knocking the guy, but there's really nothing close to what we know of because we know a lot of stories. Not bragging, just saying the obvious. So in this one here, they cover the Wendigo. And they describe it as the spirit of a cannibalism and the personification of greed among the Algonquin-speaking Indians who comprise about 2/3 of Canada's Indian population. It is permissible to say a person, I can't read, possessed of the Wendigo killed a Wendigo to blah, blah, blah. It said here to be tried and I heard about this one. I think we reported this one. A person killed a supposed Wendigo in Two Cat Lake, and then they were to be tried in Winnipeg for the murdering of their chief. So they appeared in Medicine Hat Weekly. Oh, that's interesting. But it also made
news, eh?
Yeah, in 1930, I think.
Wow.
So if you wanted to...
It made news in 1930.
That part there.
That down there part there?
There. Down there.
Rat Portage, October 29th. R.J. Chamberlain of the Dominion Police, Ottawa, and A.B.J. Bannatyne.
That's the RCMP.
Yeah, Indian and Asian at Lac Seul are in town with 3 Indians in their custody. 2 of the Indians, I don't like saying Indians over and over again.
Apologize. This is old.
Apologize. We're just
printing.
reading it from. This is a newspaper article. Are charged with shooting their chief last winter at Cat Lake, about 350 miles northeast of Dinorwee? The story told by the 2 prisoners is essentially as follows. The chief of the Cat Lake Indians, called Ab-Asa-Kimig, became a Wendigo, or insane, and ordered the prisoners to shoot him. A council of the tribe was called, and they discussed the matter for 2 days. When they arrived at the conclusion that the chief's orders would have be obeyed, the Wendigo lay down in his wigwam and indicated with his hand where they were to shoot him. After he was dead, wood was heaped upon his body, and the fire kept going for 2 days, thereby, according to the belief of them, thoroughly destroyed the evil spirit of their chief. The matter was reported to Mr. Bannatyne, but as the Cat Lake tribe are non-treaty Indians, special legislation was passed last July to cover the case. Constable Chamberlain went to Lac Seul, where Mr. Bannatyne and 2 guys joined him and made the 700-mile journey in 20 days. I can't imagine, traveling then.
No kidding.
That would have been like hell, hey?
Mm-hmm. I guess early after one day.
It's Yeah, the arrest of 2 Indians was effective without trouble, and when seen by correspondents yesterday smoking their pipes at the Russell House, they appeared rather to enjoy their captivity. The 3rd was brought along as their witness. 2 of them had never seen a railroad or train before, and only one of them had ever seen horses or cows. They are magnificent. They are magnificent specimens of the red men, and are above average of their intelligence.
Yeah.
That's racist.
That is so.
That's
not
so
cool.
crappy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were good-looking dudes, I guess. Apparently.
I guess.
Yeah, they are being held here for an order to take them to Winnipeg for trial, as the assizes are over here. The greatest wonder of the prisoners since their arrival here has been how the white man gets his living. They say everyone seems to be walking about doing nothing. By doing something, their idea is hunting or fishing. I don't know what that says. Bannatyne and Chamberlain say they are under great obligation and respectively for assistance on the trip. Yeah, so they killed him because they told them to. because he was afflicted
Am I allowed to
with
help
the
your cat?
Wendigo. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's a cool story. It's just written in a time frame that was crappy.
Just a wrong frame of mind.
The wrong verbiage
That's
for
right.
that. But that's interesting though.
Still
They were
cool.
actually taken to trial, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what happened.
Isn't this like full circle? We talked about ghosts going to trial,
And
now
now-
a Wendigo is going to trial. It's like full circle.
I wonder what happened. I wonder what if they were sentenced.
I don't know.
I mean, they said they did kill the dude.
Yeah.
So odds are, I bet you they were sentenced.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
Yeah, I'm sure they were too.
I wonder if they went to the Vaughan Street jail. Maybe once I get that membership.
That would have been a shocker, considering like some of them haven't even seen a horse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. I find that odd.
Horses
too.
or cows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when would you see a horse in northern Manitoba or in northern Ontario?
Well,
It's not like we have like an
they're
abundance
not.
of
Yeah,
wild
it's not like they were
stallions.
domesticated like bison, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Deer,
They'd
Yeah.
see deer and moose.
Yeah.
But to see a horse or a cow would have been like, whoa,
Well,
what the hell is
cows.
that?
Well,
There's no wild cows in the
I
bushes.
know, that's true.
Like today, you can drive down the road and see cows, but in 1920,
That's true. Yeah.
if you're up in the Ontario bushland,
Well, once we do some more history search, maybe that's something we can look into further. Add it to the list.
cows
Not cows.
and
Trials.
horses. Trials, yeah.
Fixed trials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
But yeah,
trial too is
they
interesting.
if they did admit, they definitely would have been sentenced.
Yeah.
That's
They're
a shame.
probably at Vaughan Street
Oh, excuse me.
in
So,
that creepy jail.
oh, so creepy. Old,
No.
creepy old.
Creepy.
And it has a tunnel under it.
Yeah, one of the
To the
many.
ledge.
One of the many.
Yeah.
No.
So, okay, well, cool. That was First Nations folk tales. That was really cool. I like
Yeah.
that. That kind of stuff is really,
I like that too.
yeah, for sure.
It's very good.
Anyway, but I
Anywho.
guess, so this will be our fifth episode.
The fifth episode for tonight.
Sher's husband. Oh, wow. Loose-lipped here. Not very,
My husband's on his way
not very
home.
goodly. So I should pack it in at this point. Yeah, honestly, pack it in. But thanks for joining us. Thanks for
Yeah.
having your patience coming back. And thanks for my lovely pal partner, Sherry, for staying alive. Thank you.
Yay! Woohoo!
Thanks for staying alive.
Thank you very
good
much.
job.
So
good
far,
job.
so good. Knock on wood.
That's right. Knock on wood. So, and that's why we don't want to stress Sherry out. We don't want to stress her out. We don't want to take her public speaking anywhere. We don't want to stress.
Don't take me in public speaking anywhere.
If that was an issue before, it definitely is a medical issue
no,
now.
I don't want no public speaking.
No.
I like
Well,
to
we
be
might, if we could maybe go somewhere and sit in the corner.
I don't mind
that'd be
shopping.
okay. Shopping's good. Well, that's
Shopping's
just
always good.
if I touch base with maybe whatchamacallit, Prairie Sky Books, just sit in the corner. We'll go shopping at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's all good. Mm-hmm. Anyway, if you have a story, we would love to hear it. We want to hear all your stories.
If you are First Nations and you have a family story,
Oh, shit, yeah.
any kind of like folklore or anything, I want to
Yeah.
hear that.
Something
I
that's
love that
handed
shit.
down. The stuff that's handed down. Like,
Yeah.
God, that's
'Cause I
amazing.
mean, like when I lived up north, I
Yeah.
had those little micro tales, but I mean, it was only 5. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like I have some little tiny stories that I remember that I was told when I was young. But
Right.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I was only there for 5 years, and at 5 years old, what do you remember, right?
Right.
So I would like to hear some. I think they'd be
We
really
would
cool.
love to hear those
Yeah.
stories. Yeah, for sure. Any kind of paranormal, cryptid, UFO.
Yeah.
We're non-discriminant.
No.
We're open to everything.
Tell me anything.
Teleporting, telekinesis.
Abductions.
I know what you're thinking.
Probing. No, I'm just joking.
I hear your thoughts. So, and if you have those stories, where do they get a hold of us, Share?
Givinguptheghostpodcast at gmail.com.
Excellente. As well, all social medias, you know where to find us.
Yeah.
But, be patient with us. We appreciate
We're
this.
slow.
Like,
We're old.
This is just our hobby kind of right now. Unless Dan Aykroyd finds us, that would be fabulous. you know?
Yeah. Hey, no.
Hey.
Dad.
Hey, Uncle Dan.
Who are you going to call?
That's right.
Giving up the ghost.
Giving up the ghost. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Send that out to the universe.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd to come on our podcast and
Oh my
share some
God.
prairie ghost stories.
I would be too
that-
nervous.
You'd be tongue-tied.
I'd be shitting my pants.
But I think once you get into it, though.
Nah, I'd still be shitting my pants.
Anyway, I think I'd be cool with it. But in any event, so we're finishing off the 5th episode on after our 6-month hiatus. I think, November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah?
Yeah.
6
Well,
months.
It's the beginning of April.
Yeah. So here we are. Hopefully we can do this some more. And
We're here. We're here.
You're trying to chant?
We're here.
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 Look out liver, look out gums.
Look out everything that runs.
Past the stomach, here it comes. It's like a protest chant.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to figure out?
I just have no protest in me.
We're not going anywhere. No.
Ghost.
Everywhere.
Ghost.
Don't forget to hug your ghost. Show us the ghost love. And remember to live every day like it is your last.
But never give up the ghost. Never give up the ghost.
Night nights. Night nights.
Bye bye.